Why, hello there. I'm back out here in the garage. Well, not back out here, I just stayed out here. I just finished yesterday's video a couple minutes ago and finished filming it, of course. Didn't actually finish the whole thing in terms of editing and whatnot, but I'm going to be going out of town here. And by the time you see this video, I will be out of town. I figured I'd rather take a really, really late night so you guys still have content, even if I don't get much sleep. Anyways, let's get to this. This shouldn't be too difficult. But I've said that before, so we will see. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount a bracket on there that's gonna hold the S400 series turbo, the S475 downpipe, manifold upside down, the HX35, mount that back up, some hoses, some boots, I mean just some other stuff. Pretty excited. Now that everything's out of the truck, it's gonna be sweet. Yeah, so I'm filming my intro for the next video. Okay, bye. What is up, loud and proud crowd? I hope you guys are doing absolutely fabulous today. I'm out here, of course, getting ready to install the compound turbo system in the nasty red 12 valve. Super, super stoked. It's gonna be awesome. I just got done taking the airbrush, as you saw. Grime and grease and just dirt and crap off the side of the block. Just so I have a nice, clean surface to work around, but I did take rags and I plugged in all the manifold holes and the intake piping down there and stuff like that, just to make sure no debris got in stuff in areas that are critical to the truck itself. So I'm gonna get ready to, I've just got my parts laid out over here. I'll show you that right now. I'm gonna get ready to go through those parts, make sure I have everything laid out and in order, start to knock some things out and get this stuff installed on the nasty red 12 valve. Boys, it is about midnight and I'm having a heck of a time out here, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm actually, you know, it's just fun learning how to problem solve, especially when you are working on stuff like this. Like I've said many times, I'm still learning all this stuff as I go, so I'm just kind of showing you things that I've learned as I go along, because I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a decent mechanic. I haven't dealt with this stuff for years and years on end. I'm still young, so I'm just starting to get into this stuff. Pretty heavy. But I told you boys that this thing would be worth buying, even though it's a cheap freaking Amico power welder. I mean, the thing, lifesaver tonight. So I'm out here, of course, trying to take out these studs out of the manifold, and because they got to swap out these studs for longer ones. Well, as you know, after 20 years of warming up, cooling down, warming up, cooling down, these things can get really seized up in there. So PB blast on those for weeks and weeks and weeks, on and off, spraying everything that I can, right? My dad's been randomly doing it too. But there's still just sometimes there's those ones that do not want to budge. Well, there was a stud right here, wouldn't move. So what I did was I drilled through a piece of steel here, smashed it down over top of the stud, put on a nut, just a little bit, and yes, I tried the double nut method, it wouldn't work either. They just kept spinning and both spinning off, and it was, yeah, just not working. So I threaded on a nut as much as I could on top, just where there's a little gap between this steel bar and that nut. Then I took my welder and I just followed around that nut until it completely sealed it off around it. And then, I don't know if this is hot still. No, we're good. But now look at there. This little booger's had me busy for about an hour. But looky there, we got it done. That welder, man, right there. Right there. If there was one reason to have purchased that thing, and it to have been worth buying, it was that pain in the butt in the middle of the night and not having any other option except for the welder. So that's awesome that we got that done. Trying to make do and trying to get stuff done. So anyways, now that that is done, we're ready to bolt the manifold back up onto the truck upside down, and then we're gonna actually, before we do that, yeah, I guess we can do that first, and then we're gonna put our new manifold studs in that come from Pusher right here, because we're going to get to turning on the time lapse again and knocking stuff out and getting stuff done. So I'm going to pull these towels out of here now that we're done cleaning that, and let's start to knock some stuff out. It is actually like 4 in the morning right now. Actually hurts holding this camera up because my arm's tired from holding these freaking turbos all, I was gonna say night, but I guess morning. S475 mounted up down low with the V-band hooked up to the downpipe, which, yeah, long story short, I had to take the turbo back off, put the downpipe down through that way because it wouldn't go up the other way, and then reinstall the turbo, try to line up the downpipe and the turbo, clamp it together so it would hold tight and snug together. Because once the stuff is installed, you're not really going to be able to get to that downpipe anymore and that V-band. So I got that up to where it was snug, but I can still pivot the turbo a little bit until everything's officially tightened down and in place, and then I'll go through and tighten everything before I put on the rubber boots and stuff that are going to make it a little bit harder to get to that stuff. But I got that little adapter on right there. Of course, the manifold's on, and the brackets, manifold, turbo. HX35 right here is, I was trying to put that on for the last hour and a half probably. Not getting it on is hard. It's not difficult to get the thing on there. It's just pivoting this thing around to where this pipe is aiming downward and not up in the air, from the factory positioning, and then trying to rotate the center piece separately from this and this somehow to where then the oil drain can be down and the oil fill supply can be pointing up, like so, where you hook up your line, and it's all seized up. It's late. I'm dead tired right now. I can barely stand up, and yeah, it's not fun. I have to get on the road to Chicago here with my dad. He's got some business stuff to tend to, and then I'm going to, while I'm up there, try to buy the giveaway truck for you guys. I tried to do it, guys. I put in my best effort. I put in like 5 hours trying to install this kit, and I'm nasty, I'm gross, I feel nasty, I'm tired, and I have to shower, throw some clothes in a bag, and leave by 5, which is in like an hour. There's gonna be a lot of big stuff coming up here, video after video. It's gonna be, buying giveaway truck, bringing that back here, going through the plans for that, which I've already got all down, and I've already talked to companies for stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes you guys don't know about. Go through the wheel setup we're gonna throw on that truck, which is already pretty much sorted out, and then horsepower stuff, which is already kind of picked out, tires and all that stuff. And so we're gonna go through that, and then also by the time we get back, since I wasn't able to do it tonight, when I'm awake and not sleeping and falling into the engine bay every 5 minutes, we're going to finish up the compound turbo system on Nasty Red here and get that fired up and do a first run on that with the compound system, kind of like a review, compared before and after, and like Dad's reaction, because he hasn't driven it really at all even since I did the first set of horsepower mods to it. It's getting way too late, and I'm about to drop this camera. My arms are tired. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, smash the thumbs up, just because it's freaking 4 in the morning. I'm so you're trying to install this thing. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. You know what's up. Join the team. Join the family. Peace.